Thanks for a lot of the questions. I get a lot of young people come in. There's a lot of young people asking me questions about things and about sexuality, about being human. What was it like? Where were you born? What were you like as a teenager? A lot like you, most likely, probably as a teenager. Like music, like sports, like girls. Went through crap through high school. Uh, uh, Female troubles. Was always very shy with the girls, so I didn't have as deep problems with the girls as a lot of you because I kind of avoided them just from shyness. And I know with my mouth, you know, everybody's, your mouth, man, you talk, but around girls that I'm interested in, most of the girls I had big crushes on in high school, if they didn't talk to me first, I didn't talk to them at all. I had one girl that I had a big crush on, and I did talk to her because she talked to me, and we were good friends, but her dad wouldn't let her date me because I was white, and her father was black and didn't want her waiting dating a white guy. So that kind of took care of that. So that was about it. You know, the other times I usually had to be introduced or they had to address me first. I would never talk to them. Most of the girls I had a crush on, I didn't talk to at all. I didn't even entertain the fantasy of I was too gaga over them. I didn't, you know, I was normal. I'm a normal sexual being just like the rest of you. Sexuality is, we're all sexual, and I'm just like the rest of you, and had the same issues and troubles and problems y'all guys did too. Troubles, that's troubles and problems. It's a combination word. One of my first wife's cousins came up with. I always liked it. That was real cute, so I use it every once in a while. Problems. But yeah, I had a lot of the same issues y'all guys did growing up. And in America, it's very hard to be a sexual human being, especially kind of in a lot of families that where you don't talk about it and until after it's already hit you, and then you're like, "What? Well, that would have been nice to know about 3 years ago," and stuff like that. But we can't. It's been a long-standing traditional problem among our society for a long time. You know, so it's not anything you can blame your parents about. They inherit the issues down from others and stuff like that. You're talking about a society that's, you know, had sexual issues for a long time. So, you know, when you guys are talking to me about all the sexual things, I'm like, yeah, I went through a lot of the same stuff you guys did, and it's hard. And I had teenagers. I didn't get, well, my son's 21 now, and something happened with him, and then I didn't get to be around him when he was a teenager, so he had to go through adolescence without his dad around, and that was kind of hard for both of us. And we really missed each other. We really love each other, and we have a really close relationship to this day, even though we were separated for a long time. It's kind of a personal thing. We'll talk about it later. I inherited a teenage daughter, well, from the time she was 9 months through marriage, and she's 13 now. And there were a lot of issues about sexuality that I had to work with her that were very intense because her mom had a lot of intense issues with it. She likes the attention that men give her sexually, but you can't really blame her for it. The women I've been with, we've looked at the track record of it, and every woman I've been with, being a female that's sexual in America is hard anyway, because sexuality is thrown at you, and sexual liberation, and men are more aggressive sexually, and they'll come after you, and if you're an attractive female, attractive males come on to you all the time. And attractive males are smart about the way they sexually predicate against women. They sit back and act like they don't know that you're someone that they can kind of talk into it, and then they let you come and let the woman think that she's being the seducer. And that's what they do. And men are very good at it. You just kind of act like, oh, I was surprised. Oh, I did not know. Oh, You mean we're going to go to this hotel room? Oh, this is cool. This is a great surprise. Men have that way of acting about it. They have a very, male sexual predators are very sneaky. And a woman sexual predator is more one that's looking for validation and gratification from attractive men to make her feel good about herself. And so it's a female sexual predator actually is more the prey than she is the predator. And most women don't understand that. And that's really hard. And then so with me, too, we've had a long track record, and they looked at it. When women get with me because of my genetics, and it attracts a lot of males, the women end up losing their minds, and really it's hard on them. And I said this when I first came out, like my second video, how hard it is to be my wife, because one, I'm analytically very precise and very observant, and I can make you feel really stupid when you say things, and I don't even know I do it. And I'll just, do you hear what you just said? And I won't say it like that. I'll just matter-of-factly say something back to you, and they'll say something that they thought sounded really smart, and I'll make them feel and look really dumb and not even know I did it. And I do that with a lot of people, and I do that all the time, and it's really hard. And so I feel really bad about it. So it's hard for me to talk to a lot of people and share things with them, because I realize now that you really hurt people's feelings with a lot of things that you say. You make them feel really stupid, and I don't mean to. And so when you do that with a woman that you're married to, she'll get you back, and one of the best ways she can get you back, she can't hit you. The best way to hit you is by sleeping with another man. And because of the genetic enhancements and the attachment from the other men to me, then yeah, it's kind of like with dogs and lions. If there's an alpha male and the alpha male's not around, the other lions try to mate with the other female or the other dogs and things like that. It's very similar in animals. We're not too far removed from animals, guys, and things like that, except for we're human beings. So, like if I'm the type of guy that if I go outside the yard and there's other women in heat, I'm not going to go jump up in that yard. And if there's another male, I'm definitely not going to jump up in that yard. And so I'm not that type of dog. I'm not going to be like, I'm not a leg lifter. And you need a woman that when she feels like she's in heat, that she goes and looks for her good, faithful dog, not that she'll just take any dog that comes along. And so it's hard. It's hard being a human being, especially when people come in, you feel. I used to explain this to my girlfriends when I was younger. I said, man, I feel like the greatest thing in the world as soon as we get done talking or we're together. And all the girls come on to me, and I know it's because of you. So I learned to just take it with a grain of salt and say, yesterday you weren't interested in me, but now that I've got this little girl that's loving me and making me feel like I'm 10 foot tall, bulletproof, and the greatest man in the world, you're interested in me now. So I'm not going to really return that attention that greatly. And what I used to always tell women when they, come on to me, kind of like, I was like, well, I think if we were supposed to be together, I'd be single and you'd be single. And right now, that's not the case. So it doesn't look like we're supposed to be together. So that's the way I analyze and draw up the situation. And of course, it makes the women not like me. I get that a lot. And another thing I get a lot, too, is I treat a lot of women like they're either my mother, sister, or daughter. And that makes them mad at me, too. Because it's like, I was interested in him. I found him attractive, but he treated me like his sister or his daughter or his mother. And that really makes me mad. And it's like, well, I treat almost all women if I can to my best of my ability in that manner. Sometimes it's really hard because there's some women, they're single and you're really attracted to them. And that's the case. I usually don't. I kind of talk a little bit and then just kind of back off, and then I don't even talk to them at all. Most of the time I don't even talk to them at all. All right? I'm going to cut this one off. We'll talk about some more other things. It's neat. You guys are talking about some really neat stuff, and it's stuff that I guess we need to address and understand. I love you, okay? Talk to you in a few.